In 239 AD, as Emperor Ming of Wei Chao Rui, the third ruler of Wei, fell gravely ill. The empire once again trembled with uncertainty. The state of Wei, which had long upheld Cao Cao's ambition to unify the realm and counter the powers of Shu and Wu, now faced a critical moment. The very heart of its authority was beginning to falter. Before his death, Cao Rui appointed two regents to assist his young successor, Emperor Cao Fang. One was Grand General Cao Shuang, a member of the imperial in-laws, and the other was Grand Commandant Sima Yi, a veteran statesman who had long safeguarded the stability of Wei. Cao Rui hoped the two would cooperate in harmony, but reality turned out quite differently. Drunk on power and privilege as an imperial relative, Cao Shuang began to sideline and distrust Sima Yi. He left Sima Yi with only an honorary title, taking complete control of the government into his own hands. At this time, Sima Yi's choice was extreme restraint and patience. Outwardly, he feigned the appearance of a frail, senile old man, completely dispelling Cao Shuang's suspicion. The novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms dramatizes this episode vividly. When Cao Shuang's confidant Li Sheng visited to inquire after Sima Yi's health, the old general pretended to have lost his speech and dribbled gruel, acting as if he were truly demented. Hearing this report, Cao Shuang was overjoyed and utterly let his guard down. According to the historical records of the Three Kingdoms, Sima Yi was indeed old and ill at the time and genuinely withdrew from political affairs out of dissatisfaction with Cao Shuang's tyranny. However, Romance of the Three Kingdoms magnifies his cunning and patience, portraying him as a meticulous schemer who lulled Cao Shuang into complete complacency. Yet Sima Yi's true power lay not merely in intrigue, but in long-term vision. He was not just fighting a political battle. During the protracted stalemate with Shu, he implemented the Tuntian system to stabilize food supply, governed with moderation, and earned the people's trust. While Cao Shuang pursued luxury and short-term gain, Sima Yi laid the sustainable foundations of the state. The Cao clan's authority rested on a legitimacy born of conquest and blood, but Sima Yi's strength was rooted in competence in the well-being of the people. This deep and widespread support would later become the firm ground beneath his rise. Finally, in 249 AD, the decisive moment arrived, when Grand General Cao Shuang left the capital Luoyang to accompany the young emperor on a pilgrimage to Emperor Cao Rui's tomb at Gaopingling. Sima Yi, who had long hidden behind claims of illness, seized the chance. At age 70, he rose in open rebellion and led his troops to action. This was the incident at Gaoping Tombs. He accused Cao Shuang of abusing imperial authority and monopolizing state power, then launched his precisely planned coup. In just one day, Sima Yi's forces took complete control of Luoyang and the Wei military command. Cao Shuang, rushing back to the capital, was deceived by Sima Yi's false promise to spare his life. He surrendered his military authority, only to be later accused of treason and executed, along with his entire clan. This marked the historic transfer of real power in Wei, from the Cao family to the Sima family. In Romance of the Three Kingdoms, this episode is rendered even more tragic. Cao Shuang's downfall and the destruction of his house are portrayed as the result of Sima Yi's cold, calculated deceit. This dramatization reflects the novel's ideological balance. Though it champions Shu and Zhuge Liang as the legitimate heirs of Han, it still acknowledges the historical reality of Sima Yi's ultimate victory. Thus, Sima Yi emerges as Zhuge Liang's eternal rival, the cold and cunning strategist. By seizing supreme power, Sima Yi laid the foundation for his descendants to eventually unify China and ushered in the long era of the Wei Jin and Northern and Southern dynasties. His triumph stands as the ultimate testament that, in chaotic times, the world belongs to those with the keenest strategy and the longest vision.